Okay, we are live with Captain of SmackDown, Max Sutton. Max, you are on the precipice.
Wow, well, it's, I'll say 3 times the charm, hopefully.
Yes.
It's our 3rd time here together. Hopefully 3 times the charm. But wow, the first time we spoke, we mentioned. Last time we spoke, there was a lot to say, and I'd say this time, only 2 games were played between, but they say it's an eternity. It feels like 2 seasons worth of plays.
Every one of your games with the White Walkers feels like 2 games because you guys take a lead, and then you stop scoring, and then
they come back,
start scoring, and they either come 1 short or they go
right, or we'll score 2 more, and it's unbelievable. And how many plays are made during the games?
It's wild.
Meaning, both sides either miss plays. You know, it's softball. The game is usually who makes fewer mistakes, but throwing out at plates, at bases, key hits, 2-out runs. And that's usually the hardest to come by. I think most of the runs in the series are with 2 outs.
I think like most of yours and theirs.
Yeah, both teams.
You're right. Okay, let's start with the game 2, which was the game 1 on this past Sunday.
Right.
And game 2 of the series, you guys went up 5-0.
Right. So big kudos, and I'd say the turning back the clock, you want to call him. He's wearing number 9, but everybody's contributing on both teams, but Salim Levy.
Yeah.
And I got to give him a thank you because he picked me up big time. My first time up, I stranded a runner on 3rd. Salim came up with 2 out, bases loaded, and hit a base clearing single.
The base clearing single, I don't know how it was only a single. I guess they threw it into second,
They did throw it into second.
And
Marty
he wants to let that 3rd run score
and not get caught, right?
Okay. So Salim has probably been, so far this series, your best player.
Oh, my goodness. He came up with another big hit.
Yeah.
In game 3, I don't even remember now. It's all Mishkabah
He
a
did.
little bit.
Yeah, in game 3.
Yeah, he went up the middle.
Yes.
And a nice hit up the middle. But yeah, Salim came through big over there. And that was I know we didn't end up winning that game, so whatever. But that could have been a major deflation.
Yeah.
We had 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. If Salim doesn't get a hit there, they're out of the inning.
It's crazy because you had 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and then you had bases loaded, 1 out. You grounded out to second,
to third.
And Marty
to short.
Grounded out to short, forced it to home. John made the throw, Abdul made the stretch.
Abdul made a great play.
Yeah, beautiful play. But neither you couldn't get it to the right side. Marty didn't get it to the right side. Marty couldn't fly out. I mean, Marty could clock the ball, so can you.
We didn't fly out. We didn't do it. We didn't lift it.
That's not SmackDown type of ball.
Usually,
you guys produce runs usually.
Usually we do it. Doesn't always look pretty, but we usually, like you said, either push it to the right side, hit a fly ball, but we didn't come through.
So if you go back to game 1, here's the question. Because Jimmy was trying to produce a run that way, and he said it was the worst at-bat of his life. I should have never done that. I should have just hit the ball. Did that creep into your head and say, I'm not going to try to just play small ball, produce the run?
It was nothing to do with Jimmy. I'll be honest with you. I came up to the plate. Usually that is my thought process. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to try to jack the ball. You know what? When you do that, sometimes something stupid happens. I don't remember the count. Might have been 1-1 the count. I don't remember. I didn't think I had 2 strikes. But, it's funny. When I say 2 strikes for any batter, as a captain, as a coach, even when I coach the kids, when a guy has 2 strikes, bets are off.
Yeah.
I don't get mad at a player where the ball goes sometimes because you have 2 strikes. But less than 2 strikes, hey, I screwed up. You don't always come through. And like I said, Salim really picked the team up over there. And but we like you said, the following inning or 2 later, we put up another 2 runs.
You had a big hit.
Yeah, finally I did get a hit.
Sorry I missed it on video.
We
just saw the guy scoring.
It's all good. It's all right. You see my body lumbering to second.
Lumbering.
It's all cool. But we took a 5-0 lead, and I don't want to say our team sat down and relaxed, but Leo, give them credit, and their team is great. I'm not saying it just to be politically correct. They're in the World Series, man. It's not.
They're in the World Series, and they're fighting you tooth and nail.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
These games are crazy. These games are crazy. 5-0 game is not supposed to come back to even make it 5-3, 5-4.
5-1 in the 5th, right?
5-1 in the 5th. You got Abe Haber out and a big out to keep it at 5-1.
That was big.
I thought if Abe gets the hit and makes it 5-2, we have a game. He didn't. I thought game over. And again, wrong thought with these White Walkers. They don't go away.
They don't go. And and Nathan got, I forgot who made out. His bases loaded, 1 out, and he got somebody out. And that was a big second out.
Yeah.
Bases loaded. Joe G did not get all of it. But you
You're right.
know what?
He got Eddie Risty out with bases loaded. He got Eddie Risty out at the plate. You're right.
So that was big. We get now Joe G, who's their number one pick, right? And he's great. He didn't get all of the ball, but it ain't how you hit it. You just got to find grass.
He found grass, but I really don't think he should have on that hit. Teddy's got to make that catch.
This season, Teddy does get to those. I've seen him make harder plays.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sometimes you don't get the read. You don't see it. It's like I said, it's softball.
I saw Teddy opening day this year make a diving catch in center field on Avi.
That was
By the way,
special.
Avi got robbed. Maybe I know everyone says it. I batted 400, but Avi got robbed in my eyes at least 4 or 5 times this year. I've watched him get robbed.
Hello.
The Marty Anthony catch was Avi.
That was Avi also.
The Teddy Braha catch was Avi.
It's funny because over the course of a regular season, 4 robs is like 100
points.
It's softball. It's not Major League, 500 at bats. But yeah, that's why I always like saying, look at the way they're hitting the ball. And both teams are hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Both teams are hitting the ball.
So after Teddy didn't make that catch, I mean, he's got to make that catch. I feel like, I don't know if he got a bad read or if he pulled up or...
Well, I know he didn't want to lay out because if you lay out over there and it goes by you, that's the go-ahead run.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to do that. But yeah, whatever. I think he'll tell you he thought he could have. Exactly, it happens. Happens to anybody and everybody.
Yeah.
So that tied the game, right?
No, that made it 5-3.
Right, that made it
then
5-3.
a walk to Mavora.
Right.
And then John got that hard grounder.
Right, that went up the middle.
Yeah,
so John came through big there.
Yes.
And, the banter back and forth. I know some people don't love it. I think I was healthy at that point. I thought it was a lot of fun, actually.
So, I mean, I was fine with it because it was nothing too personal.
I don't think it was crazy.
It was nothing bad language where anyone is going to be offended by anything.
No, that's excitement right there. We're in the World Series.
And those two guys are two of the best guys in the league. And, hopefully it doesn't get out of hand and it doesn't become ugly.
Hope it doesn't, but I thought it was fun. I think
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'd love for him to ground out to me or make anything over.
Yeah.
You got a hit, you got excited. That tied it up, and they went on. Morris Casson, if you want to fast forward, I mean, they set us down after that.
They did. You guys barely got a guy on after
nothing
that.
After that. And it was easy outs, fly balls.
Yes.
Leo induced us to hit a couple of flies, and that was...
I'm happy you mentioned that because when you're doing the highlights, you see the difference in the outs. Like, you guys are flying out.
They were hitting the ball hard.
And they were even their outs were line outs towards the end of the game.
Early on, we were hitting the ball on the screws, and he did. He got us lunging, and he got some... and their outfield is making every play.
Yes.
Shimmy early in the year, aside for his hitting struggles, and he got over that, even in the field, he had a hard time, and now he's playing like Shimmy.
Yeah,
he's. This is the way we know he could play.
As advertised by Max Sutton. Yes,
we know he's a player, so he's playing great. Joe G and center, and they have a great outfield. They have a great team. So they took the lead on a big play,
on a triple,
on a double/triple.
Right.
I'll put it on our team. I mean, 2 out, nobody on. You got to play no doubles defense. You want to say go 4 across? I didn't go that far.
I wouldn't say go 4 because there's nobody on.
Right,
it's Morris Casson.
By the way, Morris has legs.
Oh, he does, and he has power.
He has power, but he could run much faster. Like in football, if you watch him play, he's a great wide receiver with speed. So he don't come off that way.
Right.
He's a big gentleman, but he can run.
Right.
So yeah,
I believe that's from the Zolta side. Those fast legs. Yes.
The height was from the
also from the Zolt. Everything good is from the Zolta
side.
Maurice. If you ask Maurice. So Morris hit a double/triple. I'll say triple because it looked like unless he got there because of another issue.
Right.
But then he clearly scored because of the double bobble by Jimmy. Jimmy actually bobbled the ball twice.
Okay. Right. He got it on a short hop and it didn't stay glued on him.
Right.
Okay. And he came home to score. We should have probably been playing him deeper. Al Z was in right at the time, but the ball was clocked. Ball was hit hard, and that was at the time, the go-ahead run, and eventually the winning run from down 5-0. So credit to the White Walkers, made it a series right there.
Right there.
Right then and there.
And everyone says it's so hard to sweep you guys because you guys didn't get swept all year.
We didn't get swept.
But after a loss like that, I was like, you know what?
Funny?
Maybe they can get swept.
So when the game was over, I didn't even talk to my team. I just said, guys, take a breather. Go. Do you want to go to the air-conditioned car? Want to go to 7-Eleven? Go take a breather. The Walkers went. They huddled up. They celebrated like they won the championship almost. Right. And credit to them. It was a big win. But they were jumping up and down. And I had multiple people come over to me. Max, rally the troops. Get everybody together. I remember Jason Sultan's on the side. Look at this. I said, all right, take it over. It's one game. It's a game. Yeah, it was a tough loss. And there's no loss that's a fun loss, and you lose in a World Series game. Stinks, but it happens.
How do you rally the troops?
I didn't rally them right away.
What do you do?
I let them walk. You let them walk around. You let them go to their cars, like I said. Before game 2, you bring everybody in. And we were the home team.
Yes.
Game
3
2 of the day, game 3, right. So obviously holding down the team is tremendous right away. You don't want them coming out with 2 runs, which is not a big deal, but after a loss like that, it could be hard. And you just talk calmly to a team. I mean, we're doing it for 14, 15, 16 games together?
Yeah.
If you guys aren't able to get up and play, you don't deserve to be where you are. You have to give credit to the other team, and you got to give credit to your own team. If you guys don't have mental fortitude, you wouldn't be this far. So,
and you've been saying all year, one of the things that I know irks you a little bit, this team hasn't been tested, this team has cruised.
So,
I mean, if this is not a test, I mean, first of all, game 1, it was 6-2. They made it 6-5. Okay, that was with 1 out to go. Maybe
no, still scary.
They were 2 feet away from home plate, basically.
Exactly.
They were 5 feet away from tying the game. Now, game 2, they come back and win. I mean, so you guys are totally tested, and you have no time in between to recoup. You have 15 minutes, let's say.
Get right back on the field.
Yeah, I think the umps gave an extra 5 minutes, maybe an extra 10 minutes or so, because it was so hot.
It was hot. I mean, you guys were the water. I mean, that's another thing to both teams. There's walking wounded out there. I mean, we're out there. It's weekend warrior softball.
It's crazy.
And I know we all have jobs for a living, but there's quads, there's Achilles, there's shoulders, there's hamstrings, and credit to everybody. But this is the time of season. If you're not going to play, everybody's a little hurt.
Isn't it funny that in the beginning of the season, everyone says how cold it is? Like, why are we starting March 31st?
Right.
It's windy. You see the highlights of the goodbye videos. You see guys in the,
hoodies and
neck
thermals,
warmers.
exactly.
And if you win, you're starting in the cold and you are ending in 100 degrees. I mean, it was 93, 94 and humid on
Friday.
Sunday.
From what I see, is supposed to be like 93.
I saw a logo, I saw an icon on the weather report. I never saw they put a cactus on there. I go, what does this mean? Are we in the desert on Friday?
This is all right. We got to hydrate. That's
you
it.
got to hydrate for
Gotta
really
hydrate.
Wednesday, Thursday.
That's
you
right.
got to hydrate.
You got to keep your body liquefied, and that's very important. But that's credit to everybody. Well, but you know what? And we mentioned it before. There's 6 teams watching, and they all die to be in our spot.
They're dying to be there, and they're all watching. We had a nice crowd again.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, let's go to game 3. Which
you mentioned it. Yeah, we got tested. We got tested. And my team, we were young, right?
Yeah.
The young guys can't come through. Well, let's talk about game 3. About the young guys. Well, we started strong.
Yeah, and let's talk about game 3 defensively also with some of the young guys. Now, everyone knows in a 5-game series, it's 1-1. Game 3 is huge.
That's the Joe Torre line. Right?
Yeah.
Andy Pettit always pitched game 3.
It's so, like, you got to win that game. Really, you don't. You can see it both ways because I know you still feel now you have to win it in game 4.
Yeah, you don't want to go to the last game.
Exactly, where anything can happen.
Right.
Okay, so now game 3, we start off, you guys are in the field.
Yes.
They get a runner on, I think their leadoff guy.
Yes,
Eddie
Eddie
Risky got on.
Solid line drive base hit, I believe.
Yes. Al Zolta was in right field. It was a sinking liner. Al Sitt was not in right field yet because Zolta likes to field before he's going to bat.
Right, correct.
Okay,
Very well.
so he gets the first inning. Fine.
Ball was hit hard. Zolta almost caught it. Went off the glove.
Yeah.
Single.
Okay, then you get the next couple of guys out. I think they had 2 men on at one point.
No, I don't. Joe G, I think, swung at first pitch and made out.
Yep.
I don't remember what Mavora did, to be honest with you. I don't even recall. But either way, we did get out of the inning.
You got out of the inning, and it was a big top of the first.
We needed it, yes. It was after that loss. I mean, again, if you go down 1-0, it's 7 innings, but it was a nice kick in the step for the whole team.
Yeah.
And we needed it.
And Naby stayed pretty calm yesterday. I got to tell you, people were getting on him all year. I got on him early in the year.
Yeah, week 1.
Week 1.
Yeah,
And yesterday, they were specifically trying to get under his skin. You mentioned the John and Naby thing. There were a few people, just while he's pitching, going at him. And he really wasn't getting to him at all from what I saw. And you'll see the highlights. We just sent them. Sandy and I were doing play-by-play, and we thought he's going to explode at some point, and he didn't. He's waving to his kids. He seems very calm and in control and not concerned. And you guys got a bunch of big hits early in this game again.
Yeah, so Jimmy Malach started it, And Buka got on base a bunch, and Buka's legs, of course, get him on. Again, Salim got another. I don't remember where it was. Like it's Mishka Bobble, but we did go up.
So
again,
Buka, Jimmy led off another game with a base hit. He's 3 for 3 leading off World Series games. This is after we questioned why he's leading off. Buka got him over. You guys produced a run early.
Right, so I ended up in the ground ball. The runner came home, thank God.
A ground ball to third again,
Yes,
with a man on third and one out. That's
but
right.
They threw across the diamond, and Jimmy scored. So
Jimmy scored,
good.
bang, bang play. Beautiful base running.
Yeah, he took off on release.
Took off on release, and Hank kept
Yeah, he
looking
does
him
that.
back.
He runs it to first. Yeah, Hank almost got touch first to get me out of the play.
Exactly. So, okay, fine. So you guys go up 1-0. They end up tying the game in the third or fourth inning, somewhere along the way, on a bloop base hit by Eddie Rishti that landed behind third base, and then 3 consecutive walks to walk the man home.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I don't even know that.
Yeah. He tied the game at 1 like that.
3 straight walks?
Yeah,
Is that really what happened?
3 walks.
Okay.
Which is it was hot.
You think I would know that? I'm standing at shortstop, but I didn't realize
He
it.
was working hard. Okay. I hope that's right now that I put that. If not, I'll edit it out. But I think that's what happened. Okay, now you guys do what you do. Right after they tie the game, boom, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1.
Came back. Well, no, really, right. It was 5-1, and then 2 out, nobody on. Later in the game, Albert Zolta hit a beautiful triple, and then Marty Anteby. It seemed ho-hum, but it's not ho-hum. You got to use your at-bats. Rocketed one to center field, which probably was a single. Joe G was trying to make a great play. Thinking catch. So he came in and ended up going by him, and Marty's got wheels. That dude could run.
When he scored on Salim's single in the first game, oh my God, I never saw someone around the bases so
he
fast.
Cuts the bag for a young guy, great, and he could run fast. So those were, turns out to be 2 huge runs.
I wonder how much of that is like instinct and how much of that is the coaching you mentioned last week. The way he cuts the bases and wastes no extra space. Like it is amazing.
Getting to every bag. He really he's
way
good.
he rounded from first to home is so fast, but so every step mattered.
Not
wasting any instinct.
Exactly. Which is usually a veteran's thing to do. You're right. So I think it's a lot of instinct, and I think there's certain guys that we mentioned, ball players, some guys athletes.
Yeah.
He's a baseball player, and he's come through, time and time again. Hopefully, we got one more game. Everybody's going to come through.
He and Buka are both really just natural ball players.
The young
natural
electric guys.
talent.
The young guys we keep talking about.
Yeah.
You know? And Albert Sit, you had it on Instagram, the catch he made. It was so.
Let's get there, because
Right.
now you're up 7-1. So once the game becomes a blowout, I'm interviewing fans, I'm joking around. That's why the highlights for Game 3 are a little long, because I'm doing all the nonsense now because the game isn't so great.
Filler time.
Filler time. But then the game becomes great. So now I have to combine both, and then the highlights become a little bit long.
Which we love. It's all right.
Okay, so
everybody's
now,
in the bathroom for a little longer in their offices today.
Right. So now it's 7-1, and they start chipping away. And a couple of walks, couple of hits.
They were hitting the ball nice. They got some real hits. 7-3.
Yes.
Right? 7-3. And then we didn't score anymore after that, which we thought 7 was going to be enough. It turned out it was. But, yeah, then they made it tight again.
Now they go on a 2-out rally where they get it to within 7-6. Now, there was a play where I think Teddy mishandled the ball in center, and Joe G was the tying run.
At third base.
And he did not try to score.
He did get held.
He got held.
Yes.
He probably got held ferociously because of what happened in Game 1,
right, okay.
where he went, and then he was caught in a pickle back and forth. And then, so maybe, perhaps this time he was a little bit too cautious, believe it or not.
So, at the time, I wasn't watching him so much. I'm turned around, you can see my back. Maybe I'll get the ball to throw it in. At the time, I thought he had it easily.
Yeah.
Watching the highlights over, I think it was the right move not to go.
Really?
I do. Hey, we always say it takes a good throw, good catch, and a good tag to get a guy out, especially if you're a Joe Greenberg guy. Not easy. But I do think Buka had the ball not far, very close, on the grass maybe, but like a foot off. And I think it was a good move.
Okay.
Our team's been good fundamentally, so I think it was a good move.
Now that he held up on third on the Mavora hit, now it becomes John Eliezer is up. It is 7-6. Okay, you guys will have 7-1. Now it's 7-6. Here we go again.
Sixth inning.
Sixth inning. I mean, this is just, how could it continue to happen that you guys score all your runs in the first half of the game and they come back every game? Like
John got the hit to tie it up, I believe, right?
John's been getting clutch hits the last couple of games. In this World Series, he's been coming up clutch. I don't know what his history is with clutch stats or whatever. That's all nonsense anyway. You come through one time, you become clutch.
Exactly.
He came through in game 1 to tie the game at 5 with a beautiful ground ball up the middle. From 5-3 to 5-all. Now he's up again in a huge spot. A base hit ties the game at least.
And puts the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Exactly.
Okay, so he hit, I don't know what the count was, maybe 1-1?
I think it was 1-1.
Okay. He didn't hit it great. He hit a foul. He didn't do anything wrong. A foul ball the right side. And Albert Sitt really went a long way. And you got to say he, as they say in the NFL, guys don't have the alligator arms up the middle. He didn't think about the street. He didn't think about his mother sitting right there. He didn't think about his aunt on the other side. He just made a beeline to the ball, and you have it on the highlights. Great catch.
It's an amazing, amazing catch. We have it on 2 angles, and I don't know which one looks better. I mean, this guy, you can't film the catch without going through the crowd. It's like that famous football play with the marching band on the field.
Right. The guy's
all of a sudden, you see all the fans in the middle of the play because that's how far he went. He catches the ball. Like you said, he throws everything else out the window except I have to catch this ball and stop the bleeding because John Eliezer is up and Joe Greenberg's on third and it's 7-6 in the 6th inning.
He made a heck of a play. It's a clutch time. Talk about clutch hit. There's clutch fielding moments too. And kept us the lead in a big spot. So credit to Albert, big. And by the way, Albert's been coming up big at the plate as well this season. Late draft pick, and he's one of those classic, by the way, best teammate. Forget about good player. He's anything for the team. He almost played every position on the field this season.
I gotta say, I am almost jealous of your bench when like during a game. These guys are awesome. Albert Sitt is an awesome guy to have on your team. Marty Anthony, did the guy give you one complaint all year about anything?
And Albert Zolta, Buka, yeah.
Buka Senior, Buka Junior, Al Z.
They're just gentlemen.
These guys are awesome. Teddy Braha also.
No, they're really gems. Thank God.
Salim, this is a great team. Then you have the Lewis.
All these young kids are kids that I would set up with my daughter.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a great clubhouse to watch and to root for.
God. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so now you guys go down quickly in your half of the inning, bottom 6. It goes to top 7. They got a base runner on.
They got one on. I'll tell you, the last ball, Buka made the last play. Ball was hit nicely. I mean, it was a regular play, but hit hard, took the hop, ran it himself. We take the win. It's one of those battled series that I think everybody that goes in their cars, when they're all done, feels like, wow, I just went through a lot. Now, granted, our team's up 2-1, so we have a little bit of a bigger smile.
Yep.
But long way from done, and nobody's gonna say otherwise.
Right.
Nobody.
Right. Okay. So now we are game 4. We're playing game 4 on Fireman's East, which is where we are right now. So that's a difference for you guys. I don't think you played here the entire season somehow.
Right. It's funny because when I played with Nathan 2 years ago, we played most of our games on this field. It just works.
NWO.
Yeah, NWO. We played most of our games on this field, and I know a lot of our guys. I mean, hey, the 2 Firemen's are both great fields. The one advantage we'll say is the out-of-play situation is not going to be as complicated. There's gates instead of gates. There's no streets to worry about. Fans maybe have to be a little bit more careful.
Right.
That might be a thing.
Exactly. So that is why we wanted West because of the fans, but it is what it is sometimes. Also, White Walkers have played a ton of games here. Okay. By the way, I balanced the schedule in the beginning of the year.
That everybody gets.
Everyone is going to be on the racetrack. Everyone is going to be in Deals Harbor where they don't want to be, but
man
plans, and God laughs.
God laughs,
exactly.
It is what it is. Right. The rain, we had 3 rainouts. Everything got changed.
On NWO, you went 5 games that series.
We went 5 games. We were up 2-1, I think.
You were.
We won the first game of the series, and we lost the second game. We won the third,
and then you lost the fourth and won the fifth.
We lost the fourth and won the fifth.
Well, let me tell you what happened last year. Daniel on the Orioles won games 1, 3, and 5.
Interesting.
So the last 2 years, it's been alternating
So I hope to break the trend.
You hope to break it.
You hope to break
but
the
worst
trend.
case, you hope to not break it.
Right,
Then
exactly.
you win the World Series in
Right.
5.
We're looking at 4, and we're excited. We're counting down the minutes. It's Tuesday morning now.
Yep.
And hopefully the weather's going to be exactly like this.
This is perfect.
Yeah, this is really
perfect. It will be hot. Max, good luck. Great job as always.
A lot of fun. lot of fun. Just to be part of this whole thing.
This is awesome.
This is really awesome.
Think of how much more softball you got to play this year.
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
think of Jeffrey Sacker's team. You played and you got to buy. The White Walkers have played like 7, 8 more games.
They got their money's worth.
They got their money's worth,
They got their money's worth. They played 15 innings in the playoffs, extra innings as well, these
You're
guys.
right. Even with the play-in game that the Mean Machine got to play, the White Walkers have played 3 games against the Maccabees, 2 games against Butter, at least 4 games against you. That's 9 more games.
And a lot of play. Yeah, we love to be here now. And there's guys looking for their first championships. There's guys looking for multiple. There's a lot of storylines.
A lot.
So it's you could sit for an hour just going over the softball storylines here. And guy, when you bring the cup to the field, how many of the older gentlemen just look, where's my name? Where's my name? And everybody just loves finding it and pointing it with a picture.
By the way, it's enough to win the championship. You don't have to be the best team ever. Every
no,
guy's like, no.
Yeah,
88 is the best team ever.
Let's just be happy and take the win. Exactly. We'll never know. But
Max, thank you.
Noam.
Great job. And
We'll see
good
you
luck
Friday.
in Game 4.
Thank you.